Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Devs, back with another Kamihime project video. Now, this one I kinda have to do because there's been some stuff that's happened, and I'm pretty much going over what I've found out, but basically, it's probably the same stuff that others would likely know anyways. But, apparently, we had a maintenance that was supposed to fix the labyrinth. It didn't. So they pretty much called it off, and now we're just stuck with no event. But here's the thing. I have literally no clue what exactly broke the game, but there's speculation that it's because we got the update early. This update that makes everything load a lot faster, a lot smoother. And that's why I gotta do this video, because there's quite a few things to really think about here. Like, for one, this is kind of what happens when it comes to different types of programming, because I play a lot of games that had different servers around the world. Elsort was one, Kamihime Project's another, or pretty much anything off of Nutaku. But Epic 7 counts as well. There's a lot of different stuff with that. But basically, all they really can do is try to pretty much get the code as correct as possible, because remember, we're having stuff in a different language for one. Like, for instance, you have basically, I would say, like, you have basically certain code that you have to do in order to get Japanese letters, and certain code you have to do to get English. It may not seem like much, but it really does do a little bit more. I program stuff with RPG Maker, so that's kind of why I know a little bit about that. Also, they're trying to have the game up and running as much as possible, because naturally people are going to get irritated if it's down too long, which it's been down for at least 16 hours, I do believe. But it really just depends, because you can't always fix everything. That's one thing I will give them credit for trying on that one. You can't always fix everything. Some stuff will actually break if you move things a little bit too early. It's nothing new to me, so I'm not mad at them about that. What I am mad about is the fact that it did take so long in order to go through all that stuff to make a decision, because quite frankly, that's holding up so many other people. Another thing that I'm actually kind of mad about is the compensation, because I really don't feel like 1,500 magic jewels was enough. I really feel like they should have given more, especially since we now have an event that was supposed to be here. It got delayed. On top of the game being down for over half a day. Almost 2/3 of a day, in fact. I think it was about 2/3 of a day that was down. But that's the thing. She shouldn't have done that move. But that's another thing too. Some issues are still here. They weren't really fixed. So there's that. It's a number of different things that's really happened. But there isn't too much you can really do. Just sit back and be patient about things. Now, granted, I won't say they're completely out of the clear just yet either, because they still have to find out what went wrong. They still have to figure out how to get it working right again. And as much as they say that the event's delayed for 4 days, there's still a lot more that can go down. So we also have an update that was here early. So that's a problem as well. I wonder why I'm only able to send once. Oh well. But who knows? There's a number of different things. It's a little bit harder to talk about than you think, because of the fact that, again, I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything either. I'm just trying to make sure I got enough info as is to make sure that things are as straight as possible. This isn't defending them or anybody. I'm just calling it like I see it, basically. But let's see here. And this O trade is actually harder than you think too, especially since I didn't land this move right here. But what else can I really talk about? Things that weren't fixed or actually broke. I do know a few of those. One, the labyrinth event itself. If some of you have noticed, there's there was cases where it had like different clear ratios or whatnot between the players. Nobody should have had any clear percentage for that, so that's a main thing, which could actually lead to some of the drops being altered. Although some of the people that went in early might have actually gotten some extra stuff. I don't know. But then there's the issue with some of the content that was already in the game. A little bit of that had broken, a little bit of guild order had broke, and then there's other things like possible raids having issues too. I've heard a few different things. Guild order is definitely a big one because you get only one run, and for that to break, that's upsetting. The delay also might have ruined some chances at accessory quests, or might have even broke it entirely. I haven't played it yet. But there's a number of different things that's happened, and quite frankly, as irritated as people are about it, I understand. I am myself because I actually was looking forward to how the labyrinth was. I do look forward to these events, even from overpowered past all of them, basically, because it's still something new to me. I can still find at least some enjoyment out of it, but what can you really do? Because there isn't too much that's... We're not programmers, and then using programs for this game is actually a little bit against the terms of service. It depends. Like, recording it's fine, as long as you don't really mess with the gameplay and all that. But the scripting is definitely an issue. So, that's another thing that's probably not going to change at period point blank. The devs are honestly quite lazy on that one. That can be part of the reason why there's some raid errors, because there's a few times a scripter will jump into a raid and it's like, okay, suddenly everybody's having problems. That's confirmed. And this update can kind of like cut down some of the loading issues, but it didn't cut all of them out, so there's that. Also, I would say that there's definitely a great change with the whole EXP orbs coming now, because like I said, I was looking forward to that. Our inventory is not going to get clogged as much now, because a lot of the newer stuff that comes in is going to give us those instead of the material drops. And again, it's taxing on your inventory because it will start clogging it up. You're probably saving some other stuff as well. Generally speaking, you do want at least 10 weapons of each element, but if you got multiple soul weapons like I do, or multiple weapons you feel like might be interesting, or some you're working on, or whatever, there's any number of things that could be wrong with that issue. So it's like the EXP orbs is still a good thing. There's no denying that. Also, accessories do not cost gems anymore to upgrade. That is great. That is so good. Oh wow, it actually took out Bow. But that's something that's very, very good about this. We do not need gems now. Accessories can just be enhanced. They have orbs as well. I look forward to that. So that's something else too. There's pluses and minuses overall, basically. You do want to look at the whole picture, if anything. Now, quite frankly, I don't think this is a good thing overall, because the pluses do get canceled out by the minuses, and then of course they didn't really do that great of a maintenance, if you ask me. The whole compensation as well. I guess with Iris up here, I don't need this ability, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's a lot of stuff that went down, and I can see why players are irritated, but to be quite honest, I can't really see it being a reason to quit. playing the game or anything like that. Some have joked about it, but who knows? People can go through some extremes. But as far as I know, not too much I can really say on the matter. I'm just giving my opinion, and my opinion is that it's so-so overall. We got new stuff, some things didn't work out. No matter how irritated you get, you still have to move on. It doesn't mean not to be irritated, because believe me, like I said, the compensation was not enough. And I don't like the fact that it did take most of the day in order to get things up and running again, or even make a decision. But, again, what can you really do? This is nothing new to me, basically, because there's been other games that had certain issues like this too, just not to this extent. It's a little bit understandable, especially since I have programming experience too myself, so I know that there's many different things that can go wrong with a program and break it. Those of you that are curious, go into RPG Maker, if you have access to it, put in a whole bunch of different scripts and just do some random stuff with it. You'll see how quickly things fall apart. And that's not even touching the actual programs itself. Like, the scripts will have issues. The programs themselves, oh boy. There's a lot of stuff that can just go wrong with that. But, it's just, it is what it is, basically. There's not much more you can do about it. There's not much more I can say about it. We just have to deal. Simple as that. But, anyways, I'm still playing this game. I actually do like some of the changes that they've done, so I'll give them credit for that one. But, bottom line, they still need to get their act together, because some of this stuff is things you probably should test out in advance just to make sure it works, or even have a separate server to get it running. That's probably what I think they're doing with the event now, because I can't see any of these games happening without a test server. So, there's that. But, it is what it is. That's all I can really say. But anyways, that's all I got on the whole issue. More of this is probably going to come soon. Also, Tower of Malice is still running. Thankfully, they did not break that, because that would really get into people's nerves. Mine included. Because believe me when I say this, if Tower of Malice is not running, we'd have problems. Because there's a key thing, there's a metal thing, there's a lot of different stuff. It is bad if that was not running right. But, anyways, like I said, that's all for this. More of this is going to come soon. This is definitely something that's not going to stay silent. But, all you can do is just pretty much do your normal stuff. Like, I'm still doing my runs on different things. I'm still raiding Och and all that type of stuff. Not too much else you can really do. Just play your game like normal. That's all I can say. And if you were looking forward to the event, then just be patient. I can't see it being delayed forever. So, there's that. But, that's all for now, guys. I'm going to get into this raid so I can focus a little bit more, because talking and playing at the same time is a little bit, Plus, I'm about to get super nuked, and I have no damage cut, thanks to my damage cut character getting killed off. So, yeah, I'm going to need to focus a little bit. But, again, that's all for now, guys. More of this will come soon, and take care.